All right, what's going on, guys? Welcome to my new YouTube channel, Garage Hypertrophy. Now, if you followed me here from my other channel, thank you guys so much. I appreciate the support. You are the absolute best. If you don't know who I am, I just wanted to make this video to introduce myself to the community and tell you why I wanted to be a part of it, what I think I can offer, and what you can expect moving forward from this channel. So my name is Jonathan Warren. I run a very mildly successful fitness YouTube channel. I've got about 17,000 plus subscribers right now. And at this point, I'm starting to become a big deal in the fitness industry. I mean, I've had some huge influencers on my channel, people with millions of subscribers. And at this point, I am making like hundreds of dollars, even like dozens of hundreds of dollars a month. On that channel, all I do is talk about biomechanics because that is all I do in my daily life. I'm a personal trainer with more of a rehabilitation background. I work with a lot of patients coming out of physical therapy. I work with a lot of pro athletes, pro bodybuilders, a lot of people dealing with injuries. Then of course, where I'm at here in Newport Beach, I also deal with some really high level CEOs and some of the most well-kept housewives you can ever imagine. They are what allow me to build up such a crazy good garage gym, which I will do a tour of soon once I get my last couple pieces in. So over the last 2 months or so, I've been transitioning out of the gym that I've been paying rent in as an independent trainer, and I've been making my home gym my main base of operations. And in this time, I just got so obsessed with the home gym community and all the reviews. And I just found people like Gluck so helpful, Steel and Strength, Joe Gray, who I actually had on my other channel podcast, so check that out. I really love the way Joe kind of breaks things down after spending a lot of time with it. Like I trust him more than anybody, but I just love how obsessive everyone else is about this too. Like we all have this little bug. And one thing I really love about the home gym community versus the fitness industry where I'm at is like, there's such better positive vibes. Like I know there's always some little BS everywhere, but it's like, I feel like there's less ego here. It's like when I watch Gluck and his wife, like no offense, they're adorable. It's like, they're kind of nerds, you know, like and I think it's hard to have an ego compared to where I'm at. And it's like all about how you look and how you compare yourself to others physically. So I think this will be a lot more positive environment to be a part of. And I want to do my best to contribute to it positively. So like I said, I really love Strength and Steel. I love Gluck, Hybrid Resistance, great stuff. And a lot of the people that are in the community, they're a little bit more kind of like strength-based or like CrossFit or general fitness, powerlifting. And I'm gonna fill more of the bodybuilding niche. So I'm purely aesthetics. I don't give an F about function or cardio, heart health. Psh, who needs that when we got some guns, right? So my channel is really how to go about setting up your home space just for aesthetics, because it's a little bit different. We can't get by with just a rack and some dumbbells and some plates. Like we need a little bit more. So I think I can offer the community a lot at looking at a home gym environment through that lens. Additionally, I obviously think I can offer a lot in terms of my biomechanics when I analyze how certain machines are fitting and how they function. Because like from my perspective, it is so hard, no offense, to listen to some of these guys talk about their takes on training theory and biomechanics, and it's so bad. You know, I listen to people like Coop talk. I just shake my head. And I didn't mention Coop earlier with all the people I really love because I'm not super into his content. I don't think anything super negative about him as a person, but I thought his take on the whole Gluck's lawsuit was terrible. I feel like he rides the line too much in the middle with a lot of his reviews. He's afraid to say anything too negative. And I just feel like he's gotten so big now that things have changed. You know, if it makes you cool to work out with Alex Hormozi, I've done that too. But anytime you start to get really, really big in whatever industry or niche you're in, you start to appeal more to the general audience in that niche versus the hardcore people. It happens with everything. It happens in the fitness industry too. So I think that's what's happening to him. But I did get a lot of good information from him as well. But I do think that people in this community are almost too afraid to be harsh or critical of whether it's like another creator, whether it's like a small manufacturer. I just feel like sometimes people are a little bit too sensitive. For example, I posted a comment on an Instagram story that Coop had made, and I was just talking about how the biomechanics on this machine are quite bad. And a couple of people got like upset and wanted to like justify why it was okay to have terrible biomechanics because it like saved space. And you know, I gave my response through my lens, and no one else really had anything negative to say. But if you look at my comment, it had like hundreds of likes, by far more than anyone else. So I'm gonna be here not to like talk shit or be an asshole or anything, but just to be a little more blunt than maybe what you're used to seeing, because I don't care at all about making money from this. This isn't gonna make me any money. This is gonna cost me money. Luckily, I'm balling out of control, like I said. dozens of hundreds of dollars on YouTube. But I have no affiliate links, no discount codes, no nothing. So you'll be able to really take me at my word because I have no benefits from lying to you. But this channel is not going to be like about biomechanics. If you want to see that, check out my other channel. But I do think that it will help a little bit in certain aspects. But I also have a lot to contribute in terms of like, I've built out some crazy gyms and I'm currently building out a couple gyms for my clients. So back in 2012, a long time ago, I built out a $6 million Gold's Gym facility. And if you can manage something that huge with that many pieces and all the moving parts you need, like spatially, it's a lot easier to do something smaller, I've learned. After that, I built out the warehouse gym a couple years later. That was in the more kind of CrossFit era. I had my bodybuilding stuff on the side for my people. And just a couple years ago in 2022 now, I guess, I built out my 3,250 square foot private facility in Newport Beach, and I decked it out with all the best equipment. We had Prime, we had Atlantis, we had the Techno Gym Pure Strengths, Rogers, Pendulum, the Intex stainless steel dumbbells, 50 grand just for my dumbbell rack. So I know what the best of the best is, and so I have the best of the best to compare whatever I get in here to. I'm also gonna be building out a couple gyms over this year for some of my clients. And this will be really cool because I'll document the process and you guys will get to see what it's like to have no budget whatsoever. So over here, you know, I'm not on a budget. I'm kind of balling on a budget. I make good money, but I got 2 baby mamas, a lot of responsibilities and kids. So on my channel, don't expect to see the most like high budget items of all time, but this is not a low budget channel. I'm not gonna sacrifice something that I really want to save a little bit of money. So I will give you cost cutting measures that I think could help. And I never wanna waste money, but we're in Newport Beach. We're keeping up with the Joneses. We're being bougie out here. I want my gym to rival Gluck's and Coops. But my client, for him, money is fake, it's just paper. And we have no budget whatsoever. We're getting the Watson stainless steel. We're gonna build out about a 500 square foot place. And I'll document the whole thing. I'll have him come on and walk you through that. So that'll be pretty cool. Some other things you can expect to see on my channel. I'm gonna review this beautiful rack behind me, the Vander Competition M14 Plus. I've never really seen anyone talk about it. I've had this for over a year now. I'm going to be reviewing all my cable attachments. I've got so many cable attachments. I've spent so many thousands of dollars on cable attachments. I'm gonna do best one for each body part. I'm gonna talk about how to go about things a little bit differently as a bodybuilder in your home gym setup. Hopefully I do some podcasts over here the same way I've done on my other channel with some of the bigger people in the industry. And all the typical videos that you see on these type of channels, like things to keep in mind when you're first building out your gym, things I wish I would have done different. But again, these are all from a slightly different lens of just aesthetics. Because like I said, I think everybody is kind of CrossFitting and powerlifting except for my man Hybrid Resistance, who I'm a big fan of the Total Gym as well. He's the only other person I see using that. I like his stuff a lot. I'm also going to continue a series over here that I do on my other channel because it's really fun. It's called Scrolling Through IG. And on that, I just collect a number of Instagram posts that I break down, some of them very serious and in depth as far as like a technical aspect, and then a lot of them are just absurd humor. So if you like ridiculous humor, that will be for you. If not, if you get offended easily, then that probably will not be for you. So in addition to what's gonna be coming out on my channel, I also want you to know what to expect as far as just like production value and everything from me. None. Don't expect any at all. Maybe I would have, you know, more than 20,000 subscribers on my other channel if I did a little bit more production value and post-production editing. But, you know, for me, I just have so much going on in my real life. I work full time. I've got 2 kids. My other channel is really my main channel. So really over there, it's all about the information, the content. That's how it's going to be over here. So don't expect to see the coolest editing ever and the best intro music and all that good stuff. But I promise you the content will be good. I'm also not going to be as good or technical as some of the people like Gluck, where they break down like the hex nut size and everything, but I am pretty obsessive compulsive and I will do my best. And definitely don't expect any kind of DIY type of shit over here. I am like completely incompetent with my hands. You know, just mounting my wall control, which I didn't even do right, and getting my lighting up and like just taking off the horns on this, like those are projects for me. I am not DIY at all, but I am more so now that I've been doing this a little bit. Hopefully I'll get better, but do not expect to see any cool DIY tricks here. There's like very few things that are actually manly about me. Like I can't build stuff. One thing that has actually become more manly about me since having a garage gym is I'm no longer terrified of spiders. Like you got to get used to the creepy crawlies when you're working out in the gym. So that is one thing. Now when my daughter like screams because there's a bug, I'm a little less like fearful and I can actually kill it for her. And that is just one of the many positive things that have come from having a home gym. So I really want to share the benefits of this with everybody. I know that's what a lot of the content creators feel as well. When you have a home gym, it's your own space. It is yours. You can wear whatever you want. You can put on whatever music you want. You have whatever attachment available to you don't have at other gyms. You have your kids around that you can interact with. You have no excuse to miss your lifts. So I think if you're watching this, you're definitely one of us. We all feel that kind of way. And I just want to see if I can spread that to more people. I'm going to see if I can bring people from my other channel over into this community. So I'm looking forward to getting to know everybody, including the viewers and some of the content creators over the upcoming months. I'm gonna be going to Home Gym Con. That's gonna be awesome. I'm really happy to have found something else I can kind of obsess about because I'm getting older, 38 years old. You know, I'm gonna be hanging up my posing trunks soon and won't be stepping on stage. And I need to find something else that I can obsess over. Oh, I forgot the Massonomics guys. Love you guys as well. I got your posters and your drink spotter, everything. I'm on the gym locator, good stuff. All right, so I think that's it. I just wanted to introduce myself. Again, if you guys are interested in learning more about biomechanics, that's all my channel is about, and it's a different lens than what you guys are used to. I use what's called the expansion compression model. And that is just a little bit more of a complete way to look at movement. So a lot of people just think about movement as like linear and levers. A lot of times I hear people like Coop saying like, oh, you gotta get the biggest stretch possible and that'll give you the most hypertrophic response, where it's like, no, like we have to keep some intrathoracic pressure. We need to keep a little bit of our shape to our pelvis and our rib cage. Otherwise we're gonna lose true eccentric yield on the muscles. It's gonna go to our axial skeleton. So this is what I talk about if you want to nerd out over there. Like I said, I'm not going to be diving in on this too much, but over there I also post all my workouts in my home gym for my members. So that's something you can check out too if you're interested. Thank you so much. Looking forward to starting this YouTube journey all over again on another channel. If you have any questions, comments, suggestions, anything at all, drop them below. Thanks.